Hello, I'm live. I um am not eating on this live. I'm going to change it to coffee with Red. So I went to walk at the beach and I was hungry early, maybe because I'm still adjusting to the time. So I ate when I got back from the beach at about 4:30, and I am feeling tired. So I made myself a cup of coffee. So it's coffee with Red. And I'm going to pretend I'll light the candle. How about I do that? And I'm going to set up subscribers only. Let me do that because I did have a troll on Monday. Oh, and I need to change my photo. Let me. Oh, somebody liked the video. Thank you for liking the video. So I'm still at my Airbnb. I just changed it to I'm at this Airbnb until the 13th. And I'm going to be looking for a place. Although I'm thinking I might take a trip to Hawaii, but I'm debating that to go see my aunt. But I'm not sure if she's, her husband has recently had knee surgery. So I'm not sure if they're up to visitors. I think they should be now, but I don't know. Hi, Glenn. Yeah, from the snow to the beach. I just posted another video. So yeah, and I just posted another short. I was at Cardiff. Let me simulate lighting the candle. You'd go like this when you'd sing the song. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. And then you go with hide it under a bushel. No, I'm gonna let it shine. Anybody remember that? Look, this is my cup I got before I left. It says, pretty sure I'm a mermaid. So, but I have coffee in my, I was going to show you what the coffee is. It's something, it's like caramel something. It's funny. The street that my box is on is Carmel Mountain Road. So I have a new address. If anybody wants to drop me a line. And I've been looking around and I'm considering buying a little house. But see, the problem is they're in trailer parks, and then you have to pay the rent on the space. So I don't know. I feel like, I don't know. I'm taking my time though to figure this out. Gonna figure this out, what I'm gonna do. And there's so many different places. I'm not sure what part of San Diego I'm gonna be living in. And hey, hi Brenda. I'm about to post it. There it is. It's 4653 Carmel Mountain Road, Suite 308-627, San Diego, California, 92130. The 627 is my box. Yeah, I'm definitely going to take my time if I'm going to buy some. I'm not sure if I can. I might be able to. There's some inexpensive teeny houses, but then it's a lot for the rent on the space. That's my concern. So, hmm. Yeah, pray for me. I need guidance. I need guidance. So, I extended my stay here. I was going to be here till the 10th, but I'm going to be here till the 13th. But somebody else has this room from like I think that's a weekend, like the 13th, 14th, 15th or something. But so I don't know, we'll see. I haven't even looked at any places yet. I was kind of rushing my uh uh kind of rushing myself. It's like I need to go look at places. I need to go look at places, and I'm just like, let me just chill because I don't know. I'm not gonna pressure myself. I don't think I need to. Um, so yeah. Um, but the thing is the like little you can buy a little house, a little like prefab house, like a trailer for like 135. I've seen them on Marketplace. But then it's like 1500 to you're in San Diego. Chill. Right, Brenda. Exactly. Um, um, and already my younger son is thinking of coming down here, but I didn't, I didn't think it was going to be that soon. But yeah, and I want to go surfing. Yeah, I do want to go surfing. Yes, I want to go surfing. I do. But yeah, I need to decide if I. Well, I don't know. I'm thinking I probably don't want to get a place, get a tiny home. Although I want to, because I want to have some land. I do. I might look out there in Julian. So like on the 13th, I could go and get an Airbnb in Julian, and that's sort of inland, and there's like farms and stuff out there. In fact, you can get an Airbnb that's on a farm. Soon. Yeah, you're going to teach me, Brenda? You know, right? You know how to. I'm not very good. I did better my first time surfing, than my second time surfing, um, which was last June when I was here for the Switchfoot Getaway. So, but so I think I did a little better because I stood up maybe once or twice, like my first time I tried surfing. But yeah. So, but I've been kind of considering, going to, before I settle into a place, going to, you learned how to surf in Huntington Beach. Okay, cool. Um, so yeah, I'm trying to figure things out, and I'm trying to not. Let me get my tissue because my nose is running. Um, she has tissue in here too. Because Yeah, in the past, I got my place in Denver. I kind of got it in a hurry, and I should have looked around more to see if I could find a place that was less expensive. But I liked it. But this time I'm not going to rush myself. I've already been to two CODA meetings, which were good. And the CODA meeting, I went to a CODA meeting on Tuesday, and I went to a CODA meeting on Thursday, and they were really good. And the CODA meeting I went to last night, they are having a bonfire tomorrow. So, and then the monthly meeting where they have speakers, I hear is like always really, really good. And the monthly meeting is on Sunday. So I'm going Tuesday, and then I went Thursday, and tomorrow I'm going to the bonfire, and Sunday I'm going to, I'm probably going to find a church to go to too on Sunday morning. So I'm kind of settling into the area. There's so many different parts of San Diego, and there's definitely parts where will be cheaper for me to live. But I've seen like online some of these nice places. This is a really nice house that I'm staying in, and Robin is my Airbnb host, and she's really nice, and she lives here. Like when I would, yeah, yeah. Yeah, we went out to eat after. They always go out to eat after on Tuesday night. That group, they were really, really nice. It seemed people at this meeting that I went to last night were a little bit more reserved, not as like outgoing. Glenn, want to go surfing with us? Yeah, I saw surfers today. When I went to Torrey Pines, they don't seem to surf at Torrey Pines Beach, but at Cardiff they do. And in fact, it's in the video. They're at Cardiff by the sea. Let me share a Switchfoot video again. And the love alone is worth the fight. They're at Cardiff by the sea. This is off the Fading West album that the Fading West song didn't end up on. What is the name of that? I put Love Alone is Worth the Fight. That's how long that's not how long the song is. It's just, Love Alone is Worth the Fight. It is how long this. Okay. All right. Cardiff. My aunt too, that's in Hawaii right now, but lives also in San Jose. She was born in La Jolla, so I would fall. I was just trying to water ski. I was able to water ski. We went water skiing in Alabama. So a lady that was in the other room at this Airbnb moved to Alabama. I'm a mermaid. That's what I got. I found this cup in Colorado at the post office where they have a little like gift shop. It's really cute little gift shop. And I was going to turn in my change of address and temporarily put this. And she's like, it takes 2 weeks anyways. So she said, wait until you get there. Cause I said, like, I'm going to get a PO box, but I can't really get one until I get there. And, so, yeah, I did that. There is a new Need to Breathe song out. I want to share that song, but I haven't listened to the whole song yet. I've only listened to part of it, but it sounds like it's going to be good. I wonder, I'll get a copyright strike. We could listen to it together. But if I put it on here, I'll get a copyright strike. But maybe I'll share it. Y'all can check it out. It's with Tori Kelly, and it's called I've Got a Story. Huh. So, and two, like the other day, can I still call it surfing if I am not standing upright for more than a few seconds? I would love to boogie board. I saw a girl going out there, and like these two guys were watching her. I think maybe it was her dad and her like grandpa, or her dad and a friend. And I was like, oh, that was my favorite thing to do when I was a kid, is riding the waves. So we would go up to Carpinteria and we'd go camping. And it was so nice. We tried to get one that was like right on the beach too. So then you can hear the waves when you're going to sleep. And we had this tent trailer that my mom even would drive pulling it. This tent trailer, and like that pops out, and it would sleep six. It would sleep three on it. I don't know if we ever slept with that many in it, but and so I'd ride the waves all day at Carpinteria, and then go to sleep, and you could hear the sound of the waves, and it was cool. I took my RV up there once when I was out here in 2021. They were closed. They were closed at first because of COVID. I can remember waiting for them to open back up so I could go camping in Carpinteria, because it was only like an hour north. It wasn't that far from Ventura. Ventura is like an hour from Santa Clarita, where my brother lives. And then Carpinteria is just beyond that a little bit. So, but yeah, I saw the surfers today. So I went to this place, and it's no buy day, you guys. Like, don't spend any money. You didn't spend any money today, right? And I did. It was so good. I'm like, oh, I was saying to Robin, I was like, it's going to be hard, because when I go walk at the beach, then I want to get something like coffee or something. And yesterday, and I shouldn't have done this. I need to be more economical. I need to be cheaper. I need to be more frugal, like Lindy and Carol. It's just like being cheap sometimes has a negative connotation for me, because my in-laws are so cheap, but and my dad was so cheap. Not my mom as much, but my dad. So Yes, absolutely, Glenn. So, oh, what was I saying? Yeah, I got to be cheaper. I paid $10 to park, but I didn't real yesterday. Yesterday, I didn't pay anything today. I did good. I didn't pay anything today. Yesterday, I got hungry after I walked, and I got a fish taco at Roberto's taco stand, and it was very good. And then I got a call. Hey, I'm gonna be here forever. That's right, you're here. I do know. I do know some people here, don't I? Pam, how long am I going to be in San Diego? I'm here. I'm here forever. I might go visit. I might go visit Hawaii. My aunt's in Hawaii. But how much is coffee out there? $9? No, it's not. Same as in Denver. $6. How are you, Pam? Yeah, I forgot you're out here. Yeah, I might be looking for a little trailer. I loved Pam's trailer. It's pretty cool. And I can pull up to 1,500 pounds. So it has to be little. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Coffee. How about coffee? Um, yeah. Yeah, or lunch or dinner or anything. Sure, sure, sure. That would be great. But yeah, I'm here. I'm here to stay. Hey, do you know what? If you don't mind saying, whereabouts are you? Because like, there's just so many. That's what I was saying to Robin today. I'm like, I'm overwhelmed. I don't know like which way to go. You know, I was up in Encinitas today. Um, there's yeah, Del Mar. There's Lake View. Yeah, my number is the same. You're in the eastern part of the county. Okay. What I need to do is like study a map. Study a map. You surfed in Encinitas. Yeah, we were in Oceanside with the Switchfoot Getaway in June. Hmm. Yeah, you have I think you have the 478 number. I got that number back. Yeah, it was a year ago, February. It's the last day of February. Oh, you know what else today is? Today is a special anniversary. Today in Baja. Today I've been separated from my husband. It was 2014. It was February 28th when my husband and I had our last disagreement, and he left. He left. First, he left and went to the smaller house. And I was like, that's it. And that was when we separated. It was February 28th. So it's been 11 years, 2014. So celebration. Cheers. Cheers. So, yeah. You became cheap. I saved over $100 because I didn't want to spend money. That's the plan. How long? Over how long of a period? Congratulations on your last disagreement. It was weird. It was weird because, I say to people, we lived in the house together. We were separated and we lived in the house together for 2 years before I moved out of the house. And people are like, oh, that must have been hard. And I'm like, well, it wasn't as hard as when I was trying to fix him and trying to stay together, trying to get him to, he's trying to get me to do what he wants me to do. And it was really because of things with our oldest two children. Actually, it was that the way they were treating me. So, yeah, honestly, it was, it had a lot to do with that. For a long time, I didn't want to say that. I didn't want to sound like I was blaming them, but it was because of how my children were treating me, my oldest two children. Hey, Jim, how are you? Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We got 6. Thank you for watching. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'll make my list. Oh, I brought this in because I'm like, I better go ahead and pay this. This is my $30 speeding ticket. I said to Elra, I'm like, that doesn't even motivate me to slow down. I'm like, it's $30. Are you sure? $30? He's like, yeah, it's $30. That's it. And I'm like, the last time I got a speeding ticket was like $289. And I'm just like, I couldn't afford it. It was, before I sold my house, I was in credit card debt. And, because, what happened was, I'm shrewd. Before our divorce was final, I was using credit cards that I had set up. I managed the money. I had set up the automatic payments out of his account on them, and I had opened up another account before our divorce. Like, I think that was like 2015 when I opened up a separate account for myself, and I actually put money in it from a balance transfer on one of those cards, on one of the credit cards we had. And so I used the credit cards so I wouldn't have to ask him for money. Savannah. Yes, I'm in San Diego. I got moved. I fit everything into my car, and now it's like in storage. And now I'm thinking of, I haven't heard back though from my aunt. I haven't heard back from my aunt yet. And the crazy things going on in this country, guys, I'm so concerned. So I have 2 mystery viewers. That is normal. That is normal. But I brought my ticket in to try to see if I can pay it online. But yeah, so I was going up to 100 miles an hour. I said to Albert, I was like, I just looked at it and I was going 100, but he didn't clock me at when I had slowed down already. Thankfully, maybe it would have been more. I don't know, but 90 and a 75. So, but only $30. And then like the ticket, I got a ticket. I flew out here with Ian, with my younger son, in 2015 when he was on Thanksgiving break, and we rented a uh, we rented a Mustang convertible, and when I took him to go back because he had to go back for school, I took him to LAX. I let him drive it. I wasn't supposed to let him drive it. Um, where to get the ticket at? I got the ticket in New Mexico. They're not giving out many tickets. I kind of wish they'd get onto my son up in Oregon because I think he still doesn't have his seatbelt working. He didn't get his seatbelts fixed. So I wish he would, but I'm learning to not be codependent. I wanted to take it to a place. I did want to get it because it's important and I want him to be safe, but I wanted to take it to a Toyota place when he was still in Denver. But oh, you saved over $100 in 5 days. That's good. Yeah. So I went to this place and it was $15 to park because it's Friday. Like I almost paid it. I'm like, oh, it's $10 again. But I forgot it was like, and it said it was $15 on Friday. But I saw that all these people were there and they were just sitting in their cars. And I'm like, I don't think they got a ticket to park here. And then I almost asked somebody, but I didn't. I'm weird. I'm sort of introverted sometimes, and sometimes not. I am sometimes introverted. Like I almost was going to. I had another CODA meeting set up to go to on Wednesday, but I went to one on Tuesday, and I'm just like, no, I don't. I don't think I can do it 2 nights. I don't think I can go again. I don't think I can be social 2 nights in a row like that. That's too much. So I don't like camping in the city, but so were you car camping? Are you able to car camp by the beach in Savannah? I don't know about that. Gladys and I went to Savannah once for her birthday, and we went on one of those ghost tours. It was fun. But yeah, I got the ticket just right after I came into New Mexico. Because Albert called me, which was nice. And he was like, "Are you out of Colorado yet?" And I'm like, "No, I'm not." And then right after I got off the phone with him, I came into New Mexico, and then I got it. I was coming, like when you're coming over a hill and you don't see them, and then you see two. They were in their SUVs, and that little turnaround thing, and they pulled out when I went by, and I'm like, shh, slow down, too late, too late. You weren't rude, were you, Pam? I don't think you were. But I'm also seeing so this Airbnb is full on the 13th, but I did extend my stay till the 13th. I was thinking I would go somewhere another area in San Diego to check out maybe on the days when this one is. I don't know if I think I can find one that's like monthly for a little bit less than this one, but I really like this one, so I don't know. And yeah, I know. Yeah, Robin's really nice, and she was playing pickleball today, and I'm like, I need to try that. I haven't tried that yet. I was introduced to pickleball by one of my Airbnb guests who really loved pickleball, and he had brought his dog though to my Airbnb, and his dog peed on my carpet. I allowed pets at my Airbnb, and I had a little Maltese. I had a little doggy, and she got along pretty well with everyone. These young girls came though with uh, two golden retrievers, and they scared my dog to death. I had to put my dog in my room because they were chasing her around the kitchen. And but I allowed pets at my Airbnb, and so I had that dog. I think it was a corgi, the pickleball guy that peed on my carpet, and then I had one dog get sick on my carpet, and I'm like, do I want to keep doing this? Because it's like a wood floor and then carpet, and it's like, but of course they peed. The dog peed on the carpet, not on the wood floor, and the dog that got sick on the carpet, not on the wood floor. But we had cats. I had a lady that was traveling around in her car for her, I think it was for her 50th birthday. She was cool. With her cat, she was traveling with her cat. So I had cats at my Airbnb. I had this lady that was a dog trainer for dog shows in Perry, Georgia, which is near where I lived in Warner Robins. And so she would come with her dogs for the dog show time in the spring. Yes, that would be great. That would be awesome. Thank you, Pam. Thank you. That would be great. Because, like, I was thinking, I think it's better. I should try to wait and maybe save up so I can maybe get like a regular house with with a, with some land, not a great big house, but I can find one somewhere that's not as expensive as, like right by the beach or something. Because I'd really like to have some land and have like a garden, or maybe, maybe I'll look out there in Julian. I would love to have some like animals, like some goats or some horses or something like that. So I'll probably just wait, because I was looking at, little houses and like the prefab houses in the little communities, but then you have to pay, like one of them was said like it was 1,500 a month for the rent on the space. You want to buy that little house for um it was like $135,000, so it's cheap, but then you're also paying rent on a space for 1,500, and you don't have that much land, and you don't really own the land, you just own the house. So I think I probably won't do that, because I want a house with some land. I have 8 people watching. Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I thought about going outside, but I knew like the sun was going to go down. And when I went out there, the glare was too much, but it was really nice. I did a little video of eating my lunch on the patio. Let me show you that. Wait, I'll show it to you. I will actually show it to you. Let's see. It's really nice out there. See, that's the yard here. And I'm parked on the side of the house. I'm eating salad here on the patio. It's really nice. My Airbnb. Happy Thursday. Yep, that was yesterday. So Wednesday I went to I went to put my stuff in storage and I got the PO box. So that was good. Thank you all for being here. I was live for like 30 minutes on Monday before anybody came in. And I was kind of, I don't know, I guess I get sort of riled up. I'm like, I feel tired or more tireder. I felt tired today. I'm like, oh my goodness, I went to walk on the beach at Cardiff. There were all these stairs down to the beach from the cliff. And so I walked a little bit. And I already knew, I was like, I don't think I'll walk for an hour. Like yesterday, I set the timer for 30 minutes. So I walk for an hour, and I walk, down the beach 30 minutes. And then when the timer goes off, I'll walk back. So I'm walking for an hour. But I was tired today. And I went out of the place. I'm like, there's plenty of places like on the street to park. There were plenty of places. So it was about noon. And I'm like, I don't need to spend $15 to park, and I shouldn't have yesterday because I always found a place when I went to the beach, even when the sun was setting, because a lot of people go to watch the sunset. I found places to park on the beach. And so I'm not going to go into the place where you pay $10 or certainly not $15 on Friday. That's ridiculous. So I need to be cheaper. And I need to not go eat out every day. But I'm probably going to go eat out tomorrow, though, after the bonfire. But, yeah, I'm going to make my little prayer list. Did you guys see the meeting with Zelensky? Gosh, pray for this country, Lord. Lord, help us. It was horrible the way they talked to Zelensky. And I felt like they're victim blaming, like he started the war. He didn't start the war. Russia started the war. So it was discouraging. Very discouraging. And I hope you guys are participating in no spending money today. Yeah, I put links below. I keep putting those links below that I have already in my other videos. Jessica Denson and Politics Girl. I really like Politics Girl. Brian Tyler Cohen. I've been listening to Texas Paul. That's what I was like, okay, I'm going to be like Texas Paul, coffee with red instead of dinner because I ate. I don't need to eat again. I'm not hungry. So I don't need to eat. I don't need to eat extra. So, and yes, it was horrible. Yeah. I just saw part of it on Don Lemon. Don Lemon's good channel to watch too. And the Gaza thing, guys, just like April Ajoy, the New Evangelicals channel, they talk about, did you see the gold stat, the AI generated crazy video Trump posted of a gold statue of him? Trump Gaza. It's insane. He's like totally unhit. He's like insane. Oh my goodness. He's insane. I just hope my daughter, my youngest, gets out of the Air Force. Oh, Lord, please let Lydia get out of the Air Force. I hope she gets out of it. I'm so concerned. I don't want her in the military right now, because that horrible maggot. This was a maggot. They're not all maggots, but some of them are maggots. This guy said, when I said my daughters were military, because he was saying like Gen Zs are voting for Harris, and it's just like, why do you lump everybody together? That's what they do. They lump everybody together. Everybody's not exactly the same. No. Well, I don't know what my youngest, who she voted for, but my middle daughter, I found out, voted third party, which was a mistake. And I would have said something else to her, but she said, oh yeah. I said I was excited about Harris, and she's better than Trump. I was saying to Robin, I was like, well, at Howard Stern, when Harris was on Howard Stern, he's like, I'd vote for this wall instead of voting for Trump. And I'm like, yeah, exactly. But I just feel like so many people were not informed, and so many were lied to, and so many people were duped. It's sad, 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 sad. So I'm making my prayer list. I keep saying I'm making my prayer list, and I'm not making my prayer list, but I'm making my prayer list now. Thank you all for being here. I really appreciate you. Yeah, I considered so many places to move to. Savannah was one of them. Savannah was like, it's like if I went back to Georgia, but still there's no place like home. I just feel like just like that Switchfoot song, California's calling me back home, fading west with you. So yeah, there's lots of shady stuff going on. That's what Jessica Denson keeps talking about. Jessica Denson keeps talking about that, and but some Democrats are just like, we are not, challenging it. I feel like, yeah. Thank you, yeah. The West Coast is the best coast. Yes. The West Coast is the best coast. Yeah. And I just couldn't, no matter how hard I tried, I'm like, I'll be near Claire, I'll be near the babies, Lily and Freya if I moved to Philly, and I just couldn't see it. And then everything just really everything went south when I was there at Christmas. And I was just like, I don't really want to live near people who aren't supportive of my life. And it's just like, it's not like it's that crazy of a life. Like I was being wild for, it was like a year, I guess. But still not even wild for me, I'm saying, but it still wasn't being wild. But you're not supporting what I'm doing and saying I'm doing nothing. She was saying I was doing nothing. I invited you to move here because you were just sitting in Denver alone doing nothing. And it's like, I got my best kid with me here that treats me the best, really. Because he gets, my son is so bad about, my biological son is really bad about getting back with me when I text him. And it's just like, it gets me worried. Well, sometimes he's been off grid, but usually it's not that he's off grid. It's just that he's not getting back to me. And when my daughter said that just adding insult to injury is what she was doing. Because I found out she threw my book away, my elephant book. Well, donated it or something when I wanted it. And it was so hurtful, so hurtful. And then she said, the reason I invited you to move here was because you were sitting in Denver alone doing nothing, which all wasn't true. I even had a job at that time. And this is like, that just reaffirmed that to me too. It's like, I feel like I did get the job for the wrong reason, thinking, oh, I have a job. Now I'm, important. But it's not what I'm supposed to be doing. So I'm listening to another Martha Beck book. It's so good. Now I'm listening to The Way of Integrity. I was listening to Beyond Anxiety, which is her latest book, I think. But this one is the one before that, I think. And it's all about like finding your calling and stuff. The path to your true self. So I'm really into yeah, that's true. You don't. They need to step aside and let I love AOC. She's such a spitfire. She's awesome. But a lot of them they need to get going. I was thinking of getting rollerblades again. I like to roller skate too, Brenda. Yeah. And I like that James Tallarico, the one in Texas. I was looking up who the representatives are. So I ended up, I was telling Jasmine Crockett, yes, awesome, yes. She is a ball of fire. I like her. I was telling Robin today how I ended up in a red county in blue Colorado, and that they got their own MTG now, and her name is Lauren Boebert. And I'm like, how did this happen? How did this happen? I like Warnock in Georgia. Yeah, I like Warnock. And so, and I started listening to Texas Paul, and he was reminding me about, and I watched Blue Dot in Texas too. But there's so many good channels. Oh goodness, there's so many. I thought I stopped sharing. I did. Okay. So politics girl. Because my Airbnb host was asking about what my channel was about because I told her I was going live. Which one? This is my mom's ring. Her 50th anniversary. It has 5 diamonds in it. This was my mom's 50th anniversary band. Yeah. And that's my lion. See, I got little things to replace the big things I had in my house in Georgia. And I had an Aslan, the lion, that was like 3 feet tall. I'm like, I can take this in my RV. He'll fit. I actually did consider that because I loved the lion so much. It was 3 feet tall. If you go to my, you can see a picture of him. If you go to my Pinterest. Am I a Leo? My mom was a Leo. But that's from The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, Aslan. And so my 3 foot high lion, I replaced with a little lion. And I did a lot of things like that. Like, I had this little teeny, and I had all these Christmas decorations, and I just kept a few of them, and I had a collection of nativities, and I'm like, oh, I'm going to keep this little itty bitty one for my RV, which was carved out of a stone. So the lineman cut, yeah, and I got it antiquing. So I met a friend that was into reselling stuff on Facebook, and she would sometimes do auctions too. My friend Lillian in Georgia, I made that friend before I left Georgia when I was selling my stuff on Marketplace. And I met a friend again in Colorado, and she's moving here. She's a young girl, and I'd like to introduce her to my son. She's like 34, so she's a little bit older than him, but my son has to get his when he gets his shit together. But she is a spitfire. She's really nice young lady, Charlotte, and she bought my sleeping bag, and she loves to camp, and I think she was going to go and she was working. She's transferring. She works at a restaurant in Denver, and they have one in San Diego. She's transferring to that one, but she said she has, like, she's going to be here in a couple of weeks. But because she said she has jury duty. So yeah, no, I'm not a Leo, but my mom was a Leo. My mom was a Leo. My daughter Claire is a Leo. My brother Christopher was a Leo. So yeah, I just love lions. Yeah. But yeah, that's the story. I had to replace my lion, my big lion with a little lion to travel in my RV. So, and yeah. Oh, cool. Yeah. Leos are awesome. Yeah, my brother, yeah, Christopher was a Leo. And Claire is Leo as well. So But yeah, I read The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, of the Chronicles, all the Chronicles of Narnia to my girls when they were little. So, and I really loved that. So, and I had a library in the big house. My lion was in my library. And I had a poster of the Chronicles of Narnia. And my older son found a lamppost. There's the lamppost in the where she meets the fawn when Lucy goes into the wardrobe. My son found a lamppost in the neighbor's garbage, and he got it for me and put it in front of our house, our big house though, which I moved out of in 2016. So many things. It's been such a journey since I separated from my husband in 2014. And so then in 2016 is when I moved out of his house. And 2017 is when the day rape happened, and I hired the shady publishers that stole my elephant book. I haven't said a poem for y'all. I'll say the poem that talks about reading all the things we would read. So I would read to my daughters every night when they were like, I think from the time they were 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, and 11, I think. And we went through all these different books. The Percy Jackson series, the Chronicles of Narnia, the His Dark Materials, which Martha Beck reads like everything. She talks about all these different books, and she talks about that, His Dark Materials. And Harry Potter, Series of Unfortunate Events. But let me open up I'm going to say my storm poem because I haven't said it in a while too. My grandson, who I haven't met, just turned 1. And his name is Noah. And this poem about the storm was the storm I went through with one of my children. But what is significant to me is that the rainbow at the end. And I had wondered if my daughter hung the Noah's Ark my dad made out of wood. I told you he made wood things, and I left them for my daughter in the storage. And I wondered if she had that in Noah's room, and she does. I found out she does. So, and he just turned 1. And yeah, I'll just say I haven't met him yet. I think I may meet him, hopefully one day. I did bring my mom gave me this a while ago, Emily Dickinson, my hope poem over here. I like to say that one for you guys. But I'm going to say my storm poem, which is from the 7-Story Tree. Okay, it's from this one. You say that no one cares for you? Well, that's not true, because I do, and God does too. Oh, that I could fix your problem. I'd mend you up. You'd no longer be stuck in that addiction or depression, the trials that come in rapid succession. But what can I do? Cannot fix you. I can't make you believe or even relieve that deep ache in your heart. Just where do I start? Don't do nothing, she yelled at me. So what should I do? Scream and shout and run about? Perhaps sit and pout? No, I'll fight a war upon my knees, and quietness and confidence shall be my strength. He keeps my prayers and my tears. Perhaps the overflow makes the rain to water all the pain upon the earth. I'll thank him for this thorn. I'll praise him even when I'm worn, because he carries me through the storm. He walks to me on the tempest sea. The rain brings life back to my dying tree. And one day through the clouds, I'll see the rainbow. So that stood out to me. I didn't know she was going to name her son Noah. I didn't know she was going to have a son. Claire just wants girls, doesn't want to have a boy. And I think she's got her hands full, though, with two girls because they're very close in age. I had mine further apart, so they were 1 year when my youngest was in preschool. We had one in preschool, one in elementary school, one in middle school, one in high school, and one starting college. That was in 2005. It's insane. But that's how like spread apart they were. Because they're all 3 years apart, and the last two are 4 years apart. But yeah, I got the ring with my friend Lillian. And so I want to read you the Leaving Neverland book. What's the link? Thank you, Brenda. Thank you for moderating. And I had nobody here when the troll came in. When the troll came in on Monday, and it's funny, like tonight I was like so tired, and like I had been driving all day on Monday, and I wasn't. I was kind of like all riled up on an upset bartender. Okay. Brenda always sends me good videos. Like Elsa's. I wonder where Elsa is. Elsa always has good song recommendations. So, let me find the. So I was going through the years since my separation was in 2014, and then moved out of his house in 2016. And then, like I said, I was just so naive, and I think that's why like I hired this bad lawyer that was shady, and then I had to fire her and hire another. And then like she gets on to me about not getting a job. And you know why I found out she got on to me for not getting a job was because she didn't put any spousal support in the paperwork like she was supposed to. And that was the only thing my husband was contesting. And then she charged me more because it's contested. And it's like, you didn't even tell me you didn't put that in there. And I'm just like, and that wasn't even why I fired her. But then I found out she didn't even put that in there. And I'm just like, oh my goodness. I reported it to Georgia Bar Association. They didn't do anything. They're like, you can sue her if you want. But she was just horrible, and had all these bad reviews. And I always read reviews, especially for something important like that, like a lawyer. So I was just so naive, and hired the shady publishers, hired the bad lawyer. got date raped, and then the green card guy, I fell for the green card guy. Thankfully, I didn't marry. I could not have married him. That was insane. I fell for him though, but I was like, this can't never work. That's good English, right? This can't never work, because he was 25 years younger than me. He was Muslim. He so like an old man though. Hi Betty. Hi. Hello, hello, hello. I was just about to say another poem. This one about my kids and reading to them and everything. So when I moved out of the house, my daughter was 15, and I still, you trust paralegals and nurse practitioners. Yeah, that's true. They are more it does seem like they're more trustworthy, doesn't it? And I had another. I had a lot of travel nurses that stayed at my Airbnb, and medical students. I had a couple of medical students. So I had another medical student. He was nice. He was good. I forgot his name though. He was about the same age as all doctors, if they go into school, starting college when they're 18, are about the same age, or like 27 when they're intern. A paralegal did your. Oh, guess what? Like, okay, so just like everything, God would always work things out, right? So when I fired my lawyer, and then I'm like, I'm going to be careful this time when I look for a lawyer. And so I went to a couple lawyers and paid like $200 to talk to them, because this lawyer, I didn't even meet her. And then when I finally met her, she was a bitch. She was like, well, you look like healthy enough. When I got into law school, I was persistent. Have you gone back to these places? And like, what? I'm like, you're supposed to be dealing with my divorce lady. You're not supposed to be worried about whether I get it. And then like some lawyers, I could, the job I had when my divorce went through was 2018, was when I was doing Airbnb, 2017 and 2018. And so one day I'm on Airbnb, right? Because I'm comparing the Airbnbs in the same place as me in Warner Robins. And guess who's doing Airbnb out of her home? My lawyer, my loser lawyer. Yeah. Like, you're such a great lawyer, and like, you're telling me to get a job, and you're freaking copying me. And it was insane. It was totally insane. And I even had a nursing student who chose me for the long-term stay. It was more inexpensive, but she stayed. I had a guest who had stayed at my lawyer's Airbnb and then came to mine, the more excellent Airbnb. It was pretty insane. And all experiences, both good and bad, teach us something. Exactly. Exactly. So what happened is I was looking for this lawyer, and I was looking for a new lawyer, and I meet this one, and she said, she, you should report her. And then she says, oh, that will be, and I had paid her like $2,500 on my ex's, on my Discover, which I eventually got. That's why I had $40,000 in credit card debt when I was trying to fix up things on my house. My house was a mess, and um, I had a Lowe's card. I opened up a Lowe's card so I could get a new refrigerator, because the refrigerator in the rental house that I moved into and then got in the divorce, the refrigerator was broken and the food wasn't staying cold, so it was making food go bad. It wasn't safe. So I had to get a new refrigerator and stuff like that. And I had to get my shower fixed. And I ended up being, when I finally did my 2018 taxes in 2022 is when I did them. I got money back on that repair on my shower. But yeah, so I was looking for a lawyer, and this lawyer up in Macon, Georgia, she says, "Oh, you should report her. It's not legal what she's doing. Her husband's practicing law," because that's all I would talk to was her husband, who was her secretary. And I hadn't even met her, and I had her for 7 months. And I was like deciding what to do. Like at first, I'm like, gosh, I'm going to lose my health insurance. That sucks. And so I thought I would get a legal separation, and then I changed it to a divorce. And then I said, please make sure. And she didn't know anything. I learned more stuff from doing Airbnb than like from the lawyer and stuff, because I had a lawyer once come to my Airbnb. She was a different kind of lawyer, but not a divorce lawyer. I forget what kind of lawyer she was. I think she was in pro bono work. I think she was helping people. That's what kind of lawyer I would be if I were a lawyer. But I can't remember now what she did, but she looked over my contract with the publishers and said, okay, this is over. So this will be over. That's the good news about this is going to be over in 2018. And she's like, they must have had books go out that are not accounted for in here, because it doesn't say how many books. Because I'm like, why? How is this all over the place? And how are they selling the book for more? And I'm not getting credit for all of these books out here. And they put out books, and I didn't get royalties for them. And I was just like, what the heck is going on? So anyways, and then the dog show lady, when I talked to her, I had this lawyer. Thankfully, she didn't charge me more for that, but she probably would have if she could have. But I said, can you make sure can you put it in the paperwork that if my son's dog kept biting people, and can you put it in the paperwork that I won't be liable for that if that dog bites somebody? And when I talked to my dog show lady guest, I said, how does that work? She said, it's whoever gets the rabies tags. And I'm like, shh. That was me. But after I was out of the house for a year, then it wouldn't have been me. So because that dog should have been put down. She just like passed like last year. So stuff like that. And so this expensive lawyer was like, oh yeah, since she made such a mess, and I'm going to have to fix this, that will be $7,000. And I'm like, oh, okay, thank you. Bye. I'm going to keep looking. And so I kept getting called to the courthouse for, I forget what they call it, because the paperwork was there, but we weren't doing anything, the paperwork that the first lawyer put in, right? So I'm there for a hearing, and they extended it, and I didn't really need to be there. But I saw this young, sharp young lady, African American, and her name was Bullard, and I was like, I think I could see that she was a divorce lawyer. She was there for something else, and I was like, "Could I have your card?" And she gave me her card, and I was like, "Okay, I'm gonna." So I called her, and she had the same price. So it ended up my divorce ended up costing just about $7,000 because I paid the first one about $3,000 and then the second one about three. So um, it was about that much, yeah. And Bullard, she had to, and then it turned out, and I didn't realize it until the end. It was August, and it was like uh, the timing of it. Mohammed was already in my house. That's why I really think that, and my ex didn't fight with me at all about the. I did good in the divorce, and I did very well in the divorce, and I couldn't believe he didn't argue with me, and he tried to say, "You put," and I knew what cards I had been using and those balances because we had to split up our credit card debt, and that's how and I got the $40,000, and I knew the cards that I had been using, and it's like she used my money to pay for the divorce, and I was like, no, I didn't. That I was on that credit card, and then I got it was on his Discover card, which I got that balance in the divorce, and then I got a PayPal credit card, which I paid the other lawyer with, and so that was why I had so much credit card and sold my house, and then paid that off and paid cash for it. Best thing I ever did. So um, get out of Georgia, get away from my ex, and so and that was 2020. So I found this lawyer, and her name's Obrizia Bullard in Atlanta, Georgia. And it was August like 2nd. Um, Mohammed came to my house on August 1st and was there until like September 2nd. So he was there for a month to work on me. And I think that my husband found him online or something on he's on Facebook. He has me blocked now, but he's on Facebook. And he wanted to come to Georgia, and he was under Trump's travel ban, Muslim travel ban. Only he was grandfathered in. He was grandfathered in because he got his visa before the travel ban. So that's why they let him in. And his visa was expiring in June 2019. And so that's why, and I thought this of myself, I'm like, how perfect. And I'm sitting there, because sometimes I'm a blabbermouth, and I'm getting my nails done. My ex would never allow me to. That's why I started getting my nails done. My ex would never allow that. Well, I knew he wouldn't approve, so I didn't even try. I didn't do things that he wouldn't approve of. So getting my nails done, I'm talking about it. There's Elsa. Hi, Elsa. How are you? Good to see you. So I'm getting my nails done, and I'm talking about this situation, and I'm like, I think my ex found him because like it'd be a win-win for them, and then another Airbnb guest, her name, she was from South America. Gabby, she said, there's the going price is $10,000 that you pay someone to get a green card. But also there's this thing, I'm like, I think my husband found him, or my husband's my father-in-law would be very into, figuring He's shady. He figures out ways to get around paying things. And so, um, yeah, he figures out things. And so I'm talking to this Philip. She was from the Philippines. And I said, yeah, I think, my husband found him because he would get out of paying the spousal support. And then this guy would get a green card. It's a win-win for both of them. And, she's like, that happened to my friend. And I'm like, so it is a thing, and I was just like, wow. So anyways, so I hired Obresia Bullard, and then August 2nd, my ex didn't, and that's why I was so I was kind of surprised that when we had the divorce mediation that we were able to work it out. I was so nervous, and I thought, he's not gonna. I met with this lady at my church. I was going to the Lutheran church. It's called Harvest in Byron, Georgia. They go, yeah, and it was a husband and wife pastor, and so it was a church I was going to before I just said, "Forget it, God." I'm pissed. So a lady there that did financial stuff, she helped me one time when I was struggling and fighting with my ex about the house payment. And it was before the divorce, and they gave me back. I was tithing, and they had this thing where like if you give it and then you need it back, you can ask for it back. And so I asked them to help, and for the payment on, it was one of the last payments on the house in Georgia. And my ex and I fought about it because I still had access to his account, but I usually didn't do it. And I took money out of the account, and then he got mad because he didn't have the money for that payment. And then I got it from my church that I was going to. And then she offered to help me, and she figured out how much I was spending every month. So I knew like exactly how much I needed to ask for and how much approximately. It was changing all the time how much I would make on Airbnb. And so she was trying to help me like budget. And so I was kind of surprised that my ex agreed. And I think it was because he knew that he had his guy there that I was going to fall for. He was like too perfect. And he got me he was really going to marry me, I think, because he got me an HIV test. It's like, why would you do that? Said it was because of the date rape. That was convenient that had happened. And, not because, it's like, it wasn't necessary at all. I mean, he didn't tell me ahead of time that he was going to get it. We just went to the store, and there were just things that were strange, little red flag things. And I just didn't want to see it. And then I saw it afterwards, and I was just like, wow. When you were younger, you were approached to be a green card bride, but I passed. The money sounded good, but the paperwork for your freedom wouldn't be worth it. But think about it, what a racket. Yeah, because my friend that I had from South America, she was from, I think she's from Brazil. Her brother had done it, but he did it in England, I think, to get someone a green card over there. So she was like, yeah. So just so she was like, you're supposed to get $10,000 for that. That was the going price back in 2018. It might be more now. But anyways, interesting. And then I did date another doctor that I think also had met. He was from Iran. I dated another doctor a few months after that. It was October. I got on Bumble and I found him on Bumble. So, and he was really, really nice too. And I like wondered, and like when we went out to eat, the first time we went out to eat, and I loved it that he hated Trump. When we started talking, that was like it's it's a turn on to me when we're on the same page politically. I'm sorry. It's I can tell you're intelligent, and that's what he said. That's what he said. He's an unintelligent man, and I'm like, yes, exactly. But anyways, he was. I didn't trust anybody really after that. I dated him for a little bit, and he really tried to. And I think like also okay, this guy followed me on TikTok, and I still like haven't followed him back. But I didn't trust like he worked. It turned out he worked on the base, so we went. I think he was actually military. I think he was actually a military doctor, but he didn't say. And so my ex-husband worked on the base, and I'm like, oh, yeah, that's another one. He was actually a citizen. I'm like, you're a citizen though, right? So he was from Iran. Um, was it Iran or Iraq? I think it was Iran. It was Iran. But when we went out to eat, he got a discount, and I remember him saying something to the waitress. Did you get And I'm like, what's he talking about? Because he never said to me that he was, but he worked on the base. So I think he was a military doctor. And I think he might have that because, it would save my husband, more than $10,000 in a year, anyways. If he got, I didn't trust it. I didn't like, there were other things too, but I won't go into it. So maybe one of your mystery viewers. I don't think so, but he is like following me on TikTok, and I might have eventually blocked him. I don't know. I might have blocked him. I don't think so, but it wasn't like it was weird because I think oh, Gladys thought I was insane. Like, what? What? You gotta stay with the doctor. I remember I was dating this. I remember when I shared on my Instagram a picture of my brother Tim and I in the canoe on the canal in Boca because he came out to Florida a few years, like a year or two after we moved there, and was living with us for a while. And I dated this kid in Boca Raton who had money, and because there's a lot of rich people in Boca Raton, I was dating this kid. I think his name was Doug. I was only 16 though, and my brother Tim goes, "Oh, you got to stay with him. He's got money. He's got money. You got to stay with him." I was like, "They're a dime a dozen. We're in Boca Raton." I could have been a millionaire in Boca Raton, y'all. I could have married someone. I could have been a gold digger. Like Kanye sings about. I ain't saying she's a gold digger, but if I were a gold digger, I could be a millionaire by now. Because I was young, beautiful, redhead in Boca Raton. I should be a millionaire if I were after money, And then I think like one time, like, oh gosh, one time Gladys had one of those people that say their doctors contact her on Facebook. And I'm like, it's fake. It's a scammer, Gladys. And she started like, oh, he's a doctor. And, she started talking to him and stuff. And I'm like, that's a scammer, Gladys. Don't do that. So, yeah. So, and the other medical student, he was from what? Oh, Patrick grew up in West Palm Beach. Yeah. I went to Palm Beach Junior College, which they called PB&J College. It's probably the only college I could have gotten into. I had a 2.8, I think. My bad. But it turns out I had a learning disability I didn't know about. I was ADHD and maybe autistic. So 2.8's good then. Also was a young, I started school at 4. Thanks, Pam. Thank you, Pam. Yeah, I'm going to say another poem or two. I might say the Emily Dickinson one for you. And pray for everybody and go. But thanks for coming in. Yeah, give me a call tomorrow. That'll be awesome. So, yeah. So, yeah, I went to Palm Beach Junior College, PB&J College. So yeah, so I found out I'm going on with this story and I'm chasing rabbits here. Oh, Breezy Bullard, and it ended up, I'm like, wait. And it was on the day of my mediation. I was like, did they call you Breezy? She's like, yeah. I'm like, you went to Peach County High School? You played soccer with my oldest daughter. She's like, yes. So it turns out my lawyer that I hired after the shady lawyer I fired played soccer with my daughter, my eldest daughter. So it was pretty cool. But she was great. She was awesome. Good lawyer. And I gave her a good review, and I gave the bad lawyer bad reviews, and I tried to report her to the Georgia Bar Association, but they didn't do anything. I hope my coffee doesn't keep me up all night. And I bought that yesterday, so I really didn't buy anything today. So that's good. And let me read you the Leaving Neverland poem. There's a quote from Peter Pan. I think I read them Peter Pan also. There's a quote from Peter Pan because this poem came about because a dream I had, because I just was I was trying to stay connected to my daughters, but it just wasn't working. And my oldest daughter had, moved to Oklahoma because she was in the military, and then she met her husband there, and then she moved up to Pennsylvania. And something happened in 2019 which just like devastated me, and then we had a disagreement and she stopped talking to me, and that's why I was so devastated, and I turned away from God. Last night at Coda we were talking about higher power, and I was like, yeah, I went away from my religion, and it was kind of good because I deconstructed it, and I kind of made it really mine, because even though I rejected it for a while, I rejected God, I realized he was with me and helping me through, selling my house in the middle of a pandemic, and, even finding my lawyer, and, getting out of Georgia in the middle of the pandemic, selling my house. And like I say, it was an investor in Israel bought my house in Georgia, sight unseen, in the middle. It was 2020 that paid off all my debt, paid off my car. So after I bought my RV up in St. Louis, I sold my car. And I ended up, leaving Georgia, debt-free. Got out of Georgia, was debt-free, traveled in my RV. I went out to Los Angeles to my brother's, and I tell you guys that story. And my sister-in-law was ill, was in stage 4 breast cancer. She had it for off and on for 30 years. She was a fighter. And it was the last month of her life. I arrived there in December 10th, 2020, and she passed on January 9th, 2021. So, but let me say this poem for you. So I had this dream that my daughter came to my house, and she lived with her dad because he was in her school district, and she wanted the bigger, nicer, newer house too. And but I fixed the room for her, and she did come spend one night. So like my dream came true. But the quote I put before this is from Peter Pan. And the children waited for a cry of joy, but it did not come. She saw them, but then she saw them in her dream, in their beds so often in her dreams, that she thought that this was just the dream still. She sat down in the chair by the fire where in the old days she had nursed them. J.M. Barrie, Peter Pan. And the dream gave me hope that she would come home from Neverland. Leaving Neverland, I awoke to see her in her bed, like so often in my dreams. We read in bed not so long ago about the land of Narnia and the boy who lived. Those demigods, Percy Jackson series, and Unfortunate Kids, series of unfortunate events. Their parents who died in a fire. Will my kids always see me as a loser mom who lived? Can't even find a job. I'm nothing without Bob. What did I work all those years for? Why did he always want more? Why did I let them control and disrespect me? When will they ever see? Come back from the land of the enemy. See who is truly the bad guy here. The mom who read and sang to us. Jesus loves you. You are my sunshine. Let me be your teddy bear. Put a chain around my neck and lead me anywhere. And they did. They all did. I did what I thought they wanted. He always said before, you have a job. So I cooked, I cleaned, I went to games, I took the lead. I'm taking a break now from serving you. It's my turn. For so long, I tried to do just what they wanted me to. Time to grow up. People pleasing can't be done. They're never satisfied like Mick. But God's yoke is easy, his burden is light, his path is right, shining ever brighter unto the perfect day. He won't take my sunshine away like you did. So, 7 watching. Thank you all for being here. I appreciate it. So, let me read my hope one. It's on page 20. Okay. Emily Dickinson. Hope is a thing with feathers that perches in the soul and sings the tune without the words and never stops at all. And sweetest in the gale is heard, and sore must be the storm that could abash the little bird that kept so many warm. I've heard it in the chillest land and on the strangest sea, yet never in extremity it asked a crumb of me. Okay. Let me see. I'm so glad you made it in, Elsa. How are you? I'm going to pray for you all. So, yeah, there's so much to pray about. Y'all don't stop praying. I know it's discouraging sometimes. I'm so glad to be reading these. I'm going to drop Martha Beck's channel again. Reading these Martha Beck books is encouraging me. It's helpful to me. And I'm going to drop another link. Let me drop one to Resistance Now live. That's a good channel too. But the Politics Girl and the Jessica Denson links are below this live. Okie dokie. Okie dokie. And Martha's helping me stay grounded, and Coda, and going to Coda. And if you guys are interested in Coda, I'll drop the Coda link, because you can go to coda.org and you can put in your zip code. And there's also Zoom meetings that are all over the country that you can go to no matter where you are. And here's Martha Beck's channel. Let me do the Resistance live. Y'all stay informed, stay on top of your mental health. Don't doom scroll all day, but stay involved. I might go to the Women's March in Los Angeles that's on International Women's Day. So now I can just pop up there to Los Angeles. I don't want to live there again, but now I'm not far away. I might go up there to the Women's March. Hey, I might ask. Oh, Charlotte might want to go with me. My new young friend that's moving here from Denver, and I can ask Pam if she wants to go. Resistance Live. This is a great channel. I can't remember what this lady's name is, but she's really good too. Like Politics Girl. Politics Girl's link is below. Jessica Denson's link is below. Yes, I'm all about the girl power. Yes, I am. No apologies. Yay. I'll be here. I should be here. Yeah, I was thinking of going up to Northern California, but I'm not sure when or where. And I'm not sure. I'm considering for when I go, like maybe sometime, maybe if I get a little trailer, maybe I'll go to Tahoe or something. I would go up there and see you. But yeah, I'll try to be here when you're coming here, Brenda. So here's Resistance Live. So I want to go up to the Redwoods again. So yeah, we should meet at some campgrounds whenever you and Patrick go out, Brenda. But yeah, I'm still thinking, I was like, I don't want to have to tow it. But I was looking around at trailers for the little trailer that my wrap can pull, because yeah, I just decided, before I considered getting a hybrid van, But I love my RAV. I'd rather just get like something like a little trailer that I can tow. Thoughts. Hey, how's it going, Elsa? But I love the redwoods. Yes. Klamath. That's where I was considering moving to, but I'm like, I gotta be near a big city. I found a place to swim. I think like there's a YMCA just like 5 minutes from here. There's also this big like swimming place that's by the beach. It's called what's it called? Plunge. Plunge San Diego. I could go swim there, but that's far away from here because I'm kind of like I'm down south. But I'd love to go camping with my RAV if I get a little trailer. That will be good. I didn't want to have to tow it from Denver here, though, so I'm going to be looking around for that too. We'll see. And maybe Hawaii. Maybe Hawaii. I just think I got to figure out how I want my aunt to answer me back. I'm not moving to Reno. I'm in San Diego. That would be nice to be your neighbor, but you need to move down here, Brenda. You need to move down here. Oh, I was going to say this. It made me have weird dreams, but I told you last week that I watched the Gabby Petito series on Netflix, and yesterday, because there's Netflix here at this Airbnb, I watched or I could watch it on my Netflix, but I watched the OJ Simpson thing. Unbelievable. You guys, he was a narcissist. He was a narcissist and he got away with murder. That was insane. But I was thinking about Pismo. Yeah, I was telling Robin that too, that I considered Pismo. Yeah, I love Pismo too. I could eventually like I was saying to y'all Monday that this is like probably my last move. Like my parents, they moved to Boca Raton in 79 and then 84 moved to Texas, and then I think it was like 1990 they moved to Wimberley, Texas, and then they moved back. And my mom knew that would be the last move. They moved to Aurora Grande, and that's where they both passed. This is my last move, but I could move to another part of California. I would, and I would consider Pismo. But I think I'm gonna like it here. But I was thinking I could go up to Pismo too, because when this Airbnb is going to be full over the 13th and 14th, 15th, and so I'd probably like to come back to this Airbnb. That's a good one, but I think there's probably a lot of good Airbnbs. So I kind of I had a couple of bad experiences. Didn't have a good Airbnb when I went up to a Joyce Meyer conference in Atlanta, and because of just like Mohammed and it's like for a while I didn't get Airbnbs. So this is my venture back into Airbnbs and being okay with roommates and such. So because you got to be careful you got to be picky about your Airbnb and about your roommates and stuff. That's why I'm going to take my time trying to find if I'm going to have a roommate. I'm going to be particular. Or I'm not going to have a roommate. We'll see. You have lots of friends there. Oh, that's cool. You have friends everywhere, Brenda. Brenda has friends everywhere. I'm going to pray for y'all and let you go. And I'm almost gone 2 hours, so that's perfect. Dear Lord, thank you for these friends and YouTube followers. I pray that you bless them. Thank you for Glenn. Please bless him and his family and be with him. Thank you for guiding us in our lives, Lord. Thank you for his support of our channel, my channel. And I pray that you be with Brenda and bless her travels, bless her husband and her kids and her grandkids, and be with her. Thank you for guiding her in her life, and thank you for her friendship and for her support of my channel. I pray you be with Pam. Thank you for Pam coming in today. I forgot about Pam. Thank you for Pam coming in here. I pray you bless her and her family and friends and her kids and her grandkids. And thank you for her support of my channel. I pray you bless Jim. Thank you for his being able to go to Arizona and go to California and go to Savannah. And I pray you bless him and his family and his friends. And always watch over us as we travel, Lord. Thank you for being with us and keeping us all safe as we travel. And I pray you bless Elsa and be with her and her family and bless her kids and her fur babies. And thank you for watching over her through the storms and the hurricanes and all of that, Lord, and be with her and keep her well and safe. Thank you for her support of my channel. Lord, I pray you bless my kids. I pray you be with them. I pray you help my daughters to be good parents and their husbands, and bless Noah and Freya and Lily. And thank you for them, Lord. And please guide my sons to finding their jobs and to finding something that they like to do, like what Martha Beck is saying in this book, The Way of Integrity. It's kind of like about following your heart. So I just pray that you would guide my children, Lord, and especially my sons as they seem to be floundering right now. I pray that you be with them. And I thank you for Albert. I pray you continue to bless him, and thank you for his supporting me in this move and helping me. And I pray you continue to bless him and his family. And please help this country, Lord. I pray that you would help Ukraine and help Zelensky, Lord. Zelensky. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but anyways. Lord, my heart breaks for Ukraine, for Gaza, for this country, Lord. Please help us to fight back. Help us to resist Trump and all the evil things he wants to do, Lord. I pray for the immigrants, for the trans people, for the gay people, for the women, Lord. Help us to resist. Help us to call our Congress people. Help us to call, write, resist, protest, speak out. My heart breaks for this country, Lord. Thank you that people are rising up and people are angry, Lord. We need to be angry. Please help Ukraine, Lord. My heart just breaks, Lord. Please let the MAGA people wake up. Please let them wake up, Lord.
I pray that you would hurt Elon and hurt Trump in the pocketbook where it would count, Lord. Let them lose money and lose money and lose money and lose money, Lord, because that's the only thing that will make them stop. Thank you that his acceptance is, what do you call it? Approval rating is going down, Lord. Please let it go down, down, down. Please let this country wake up, Lord. Please guide us in resisting. Help us to stay informed. Help us to take care of our mental health, though, too, Lord. It's so discouraging the way this country is going. Please help our country, Lord. I pray all these things in Jesus' name. Amen. All right, guys. I will see you Monday. Same place, same time, 5:30. And all right. Don't say that no one cares for you, because I do and God does too. Don't forget to pray for Red, because Red is praying for you. Thank you, Glenn. Thank you, Brenda. Thank you, Pam. Thank you, Elsa. Thank you, Jim. I think that's everybody. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Appreciate you guys. Yeah, that's everybody. Thank you. Good night.